Ngozi Talk Shows family, it's Nomsa here at Ngozi Talk Shows. Find your own voice, lead from within. So I'm on my own today, guys, and the good news is Carol Ann, she is off the hospital now. She's at home. So I just want to take this opportunity and thank everyone that has been praying for her, and that has been sending good energy out there for her healing. So she is out of the hospital, which is really, really good news. And you guys can see that I am also happy as well. So our topic today is all about regret, regretting my relationship choices, a journey of reflection. So welcome to this channel. So today I'll be talking about the topic, regretting, all about regretting in relationship and regretting my relationship choices. So there are some people, are you someone out there who has gone into a journey of self-reflection and you're feeling really courageously and deep-rooted, you feel these deep-rooted feelings of self-doubt and remorse that you have experienced due to the decisions that you have made in the past relationship. So if you are somebody who is feeling that way, so don't worry about it. Throughout this raw video, we're going to go through the authentic journey, and I will openly share my personal story, experiences, and emotions surrounding the choices that I personally have made. But I'm not sure if I have ever had any regret. When it comes to relationship, I have always embraced openly about the struggles, and I've never had any regret or self-blame. So if you are somebody who has had a regret and self-blame, so I will share my personal story through my journey. So, and by doing so, I'm hoping that it will create a safe space for self-reflection and empathy among whoever is viewing this video. For me, my personal journey is the memories that I have for myself. Don't worry about the dark video, guys. I've got a new video. I don't even know how to. I've got my lightning, and the lightning is on. So I'm supposed to put it on something plus, and which I did it. When I do it, it just goes to a robot. So don't worry about it. When I work it out, I think I'm supposed to open the software when I'm coming onto this video. I tried to open the software, so it's just not working. So I've just decided, instead of trying to work things out, I'm just gonna come and do the video. It looks dark, but that's how it is. But I've got my lightning on, and it needs its own lighting. The camera needs its own lighting on the actual camera. So they've done all the setup and everything, but when I come on, it just shows the dark. But I'm sure we'll be okay, and I'm sure you guys are not gonna worry about the dark. And my own experiences when it comes to dating, and when we talk about regret, I don't regret any relationship that I have ever entered into. The reason why I don't have regret is I am somebody that will ever grateful for the path, for every person that cross path in my life. I cross path in my life, and I'll always be grateful for the lesson that that person taught me, because we go through life where we meet people, and through those people we learn the skills, and through those skills we go through challenges, we go through struggles, and through those struggles we learn something from it. So for me, is the skills that I have learned through those relationships, the choices that I've made when it comes to life. I've dated guys, because when you finish school, you get told by parents that finish school, get education. When you finish your education, get a good job, get a guy that has a nice job. They got to have a job. You know, parents, I'm sure you guys have gone through that, where parents, they tell you, you need to find. So when you look for a man, like I'm a woman, so when I go through, like before, what I used to do, if a guy tells me that, wow, he's got a job, to me it's fine. My father's head will be ringing on my head. He's okay. He's got a good job. He's got everything, like he's driving a nice car. He's so nice. I can date him. I can take him out. He can take me out. He can afford to pay me for a meal. I can afford to pay him for a meal. So we're both working. So I've never really go deep when it comes to the feelings that my needs. I've never really went deep. But that can cause, instead of causing regret for me, what I've done is the choices that I've made in my life, they have helped me to become the person that I have become now. And I remember meeting this guy. He was so tall, he was so handsome. And I remember telling him my desires, and he tells me his desires, why he wants. He's like, I'm in this relationship. And you know, before I had this experience of matchmaking, I don't know about girls. I think you can relate to me, where you get into a relationship, you just fall for the guy. You just fall for the guy, and when you fall for the guy, you just give your heart everything. Your life is around that person. You just give up everything. You fall in love. So that's the part where I did what I did. Like, you fall in love, and then if somebody comes to you and say, you know what, Nomsa, it's not you, it's me. So I'm sure some girls, they can relate to me, where somebody says, it's not me, it's you. It's not you, Nomsa, it's me. I don't feel like this is the relationship that I want, like a serious relationship. And then you let that person go. You don't hold on to them, but because you've let them in your heart, and it started hurting. So for me, those were the things that I had to go through, where I'm left to holding pain. And I'm like, why does love hurt? What does this hurt so much? Why does this love that everybody calls it love, why does it have to hurt so much? Why does somebody, you fall in love with this person, and then they hate you? So in that moment, I think the thing that was most painful, it was falling in love to somebody. And when you fall in love with somebody, you realize that actually this is not what the person wants, and then you come to an agreement, and then you get hurt. So those were the moment that I had to go through. But do I regret it? For me, I'm actually a person that accepts life for the way it is. I saw it as a lesson. I'm not sure, you guys, whether if anyone has dated somebody and you feel like I regret dating this guy, and I regret it. For me, every person that I have dated, I have embraced every moment, because I feel that if I did not go through that lesson, if I did not go through that pain, I will not be the person that I am today. So those are the things that kept me going, to actually embrace the person that I was becoming. But mending my broken heart, it was the process that was painful. Having to mend your broken heart properly is very, very painful. So those who think that holding on to the pain is actually better than mending your broken heart is the same. Holding on, but actually when you mend your broken heart, when you're done, you go through on the other side, is a beautiful process. So for me, it was me witnessing my growth through that process, and striving and releasing myself from the weight of my past mistakes. It was my past mistakes, because should I have known that this guy was going to be like that? No, I shouldn't have known, because I didn't know how he was going to feel. But I was okay to date the guy. I was okay to date him. I was okay to actually enjoy the relationship. But I didn't know that I wasn't okay at the beginning, because I made it clear that I'm looking for a serious relationship and he's looking for a serious relationship. The signs were there from the beginning, so we all make mistakes. But we went along and dated, and things did not go according to plan. But that's part of life. So are you meant to regret? I think regret is more like blame. You shouldn't, if you have dated somebody and the relationship didn't go according to plan, I don't think personally you should blame yourself. I personally believe that every journey that we take in life, there is a reason, and you shouldn't have to question your own judgment. You shouldn't regret the choices, relationship choices. I think for me, it should be like, when you go through the learning, you go through healing, and then you grow through those feelings. So I think you should actually thank the pain, thank this person that entered your life. For me, that's my attitude, that when somebody enters my life, and if they actually destroy me, they destroy my heart, I thank them for entering my heart. I thank them for actually showing me what life could be, because at that moment you start learning that you start learning the mistake, the next step, that next time when I'm choosing a man or when I'm choosing a woman, so I need to avoid these things. This is where I decided to be authentic. And I decided to understand that my authenticity, my heart belongs to me. It doesn't belong to somebody else. My choices that I make in life, in my desires, my interest, my everything, my values, they belong to me. When I meet somebody, I still need to live my life how I need to live my life. I need to, when I meet a man now, the decision that I decided to do is, when I meet a man, I don't know about you guys, what you do, but I would love to see some different comment. If somebody can comment, just tell me their story, what they do when they meet a guy, or the guy, when you meet a woman, what do you do? For me, what I do now when I meet a guy is to actually understand their story. And understanding their story, it means that I need to relate to their story. If I feel that I'm relating to their story, I'm relating to their past, I'm relating to their values, I'm relating to everything that their world, then if I sympathize with them and connect with that person, we both have to create the two worlds. And I also have to be okay, because tomorrow, there is no guarantee for tomorrow, but I have to be unapologetic, be okay tomorrow if things don't work out. So that I don't actually, because things do happen in life. But if I say, okay, you know, that guy entered my life and just played me, or he did this, then I'm going to deprive myself of my joy and my happiness. So the attitude I have is, okay, this guy likes me, I like him. But at this moment, we all both have the same goals. We both have similar values, same values. We're all looking for the same thing. And we all love life. And we all need this. We want to get into this relationship. We all want to to see where this relationship is taking us, knowing that tomorrow has no guarantee, without any regrets. If I know that we're all looking for the same thing, we all have similar values, we all have a similar interest, and then different interests, because some of the different interests are the ones that makes things very exciting. So I'm gonna date this guy, and not knowing the tomorrow, because tomorrow has no guarantee. So I don't need to blame myself about tomorrow. I don't need to think about tomorrow. All I need to do, I need to make sure is we both are on the same page. Because if this guy wants something and I want something, that means we are not on the same page. So I need to make sure that we both are on the same page and we both are looking for the same thing. We both are looking for the long-term relationship. At the same time, I need to be okay. Whatever happens tomorrow, I need to be okay about it. So that is my attitude, to be okay. Whatever happens, to be okay. So looking back as a person, are you like saying, you know what, I hate myself? Are those words that are you using as a person to say, I hate myself for the choices that I've made in relationship by ignoring the red flags? Are you saying those words? By settling for less? I deserve better. I knew I deserved better, but I allowed myself to enter a toxic relationship. Or I allowed myself to enter toxic people into my life. Because a relationship is not just intimacy. Are you somebody who's blaming yourself that, wow, things that didn't work out? And you're questioning your worthiness. You're judging yourself. Wondered if it was a simple destined to repeat the same mistakes, blaming yourself. But guess what? Instead of maybe blaming yourself about all these things, why don't you just self-reflect, do self-reflection, and to take time to truly understand who you are as a person, what you want in a relationship. People enter a toxic relationship. A toxic relationship is actually, when we talk about broken heart, it's completely different for somebody who goes through abuse. I'm not going to compare the abuse with a broken heart, like somebody where we come to an agreement and say, you know what, this relationship is not working. But I think if you are somebody who has gone through, some people go through so many of the love, is talking about this. So I'm not sure what is going on there. So it says, so I'm not sure because my internet is very, very strong. I've got a very, very strong internet, broadcasting internet. So I'm not sure what is going on. Let's see, am I connected to internet? It shouldn't be doing this. It says connected. So I'm not sure what is going on, and it says the signal. So I have no idea what is going on. So yeah, so some people go through abuse, and I'm sorry if you're somebody who is going through the abuse. I'm sorry that you had to go through that, but unfortunately, the people that go through abuse, when they meet a woman, or because women can be abusive, men can be abusive. So it's not just it's not just women who go through abuse. Women only. Men, they do go through abuse. There are women out there who are alcoholic, who are taking drugs, who are abusive towards men. So abusive it works on both sides. So if you are somebody who has been in that kind of a relationship, I'm sorry that you had to go through that. But the only thing I can tell you is, instead of having regrets, I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart, not like finding content to sound like awesome or to sound like something else. I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart, that if you have gone through that kind of a pain of emotionally, physically, sexually abuse, that you shouldn't have to blame yourself. You shouldn't have to say the signs were there. Sometimes the people that can abuse us, they can be so nice in a way that they can do the things brilliant, and then a few months later they turn on us. So you don't have to blame yourself and say, I blame myself for the choices that I have made for dating this guy or for dating this woman. I should have known better. I don't think you should say those words. For me, what I should advise you is to get professional help. If you are somebody who has gone through abuse, get therapy that can help you to actually uncover the patterns and the beliefs that led you to astray. And in a safe place, when you go to a therapy, it's a safe place where you can actually explore your emotions, where you can actually express yourself, where you can actually say whatever you can say, the things that you want to say, or you can scream if you want to scream. So that's what I believe. If you really, really want to go to if you want to feeling that, you know what, I blame myself, so I would suggest to go through therapy and get help and rediscover your passion. Because sometimes when you go through the abuse, you can lose the interest of pursuing your dreams, and your dreams that are empowering you, and remind yourself that you deserve to be loved, you deserve happiness, you deserve love that you have within you. You deserve to share that love. You don't have to say, you know what, I'm not gonna date anybody because, you know what, I've made mistakes in the past, and we learn from our mistakes. So if you have those regret of settling, maybe finding love again just because of the feeling you're unworthy, and feeling that you don't deserve to be loved, or feeling any unsettling feeling that you feel when it comes to love, maybe I'll suggest that understand the power of reflection and go and get help. The importance of self-reflection for your personal growth is very, very important. And also look at the pattern. I saw that this pattern, they don't become a recurring theme in your past relationship, because in your present relationship, when you are somebody who gets attracted to people who are abusive, so it can become a pattern. So it's very, very important to actually embrace the forgiveness. When you embrace forgiveness, it means you are aware of your well-being. You cultivate self-compassion and forgiveness for past choices that you've made. But if you are somebody who actually can't forgive yourself, and letting go, you can't let go of guilt, and you cannot embrace a fresh perspective on relationships, that means you have to go and seek help. So when you do go and seek help, it means that you have to uncover those relationship patterns that are leading you to date the wrong people. Identify, and so that you can be able to identify unhealthy relationship, and also look into your beliefs and your values and your expectations in relationship. Because when we go through pain, sometimes we get attracted to pain. So you don't have to be attracted to pain. You can actually work on rebuilding your trust a self-trust and building healthy boundaries. So it's very, very important. Boundaries are very, very important when it comes to a relationship, because when you create boundaries, it means you actually understand your values and your beliefs, and your boundaries you then have to create. You have to have these boundaries in place, that whoever enters my life, this is what I'm willing to tolerate as a person, and what kind of a character or person that enters your life. So it means that you have to look at your environment, the people around you, and you have to look at the foundation of your life, the foundation of your relationship. So what is the foundation and what does it look like? And then you have to create principles in that relationship. When you do create principles in that relationship, is giving people, like if we put Jesus has his own 10 commandments. In his 10 commandments, he has put the 10 commandments are very, very clear. That if you want to enter my kingdom, you want to follow me, these are non-negotiable commandments that I need you to obey. I need you to trust me. I need you to obey this commandment. And when you do obey this commandment, come to me as you are. I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to accept you for who you are as a person, whatever burden, whatever you've gone through, whatever the pain, whatever the tears you've gone through, I'm going to accept you. So you can create your boundaries based on that. There are some people that date people where that person wants you to change to be somebody else. So if you have gone through the abuse, and you've gone through that pain before in a relationship, past relationship, so what you need to look at is, do I really need to have to go through that pain that I went through? So you then have to create your world. In that world, how does your world look like? How the people that are in it. Just imagine when you were to go to the cinema, you were watching your own movie. How would that movie look like? Who is in it? Who is the main actor in the movie? And who are the people that are in that movie? So what are their values? What are their beliefs? Those people that are there in that movie. So those are the things that you need to start looking into. And once you start looking into that movie, and then evaluate everything without coming into a place of judgment, is very, very, very important. Then you have to choose. Is when you know actually you have boundaries in relationship, then you know what kind of a man that is going to enter your life. And our boundaries are not there for us to judge. It's to protect us for our emotional well-being, not for us to judge ourselves, or is to honor. I honor myself. I honor my needs. I honor my desires while respecting the needs of others. That's why we create boundaries. That's why we create principles. We don't create them because we want it to be rude to people, or we want people to control people. No, we don't. So there's a difference between control and letting people into your life and just enjoy your world. So unmasking your true authenticity is very, very important when you actually get cultivating self-love and accepting you as the person as you are. Embracing the foundation for your healthy relationship is very, very, very important. And also the journey of self-recovery growth is very, very important. And when you decide to harness the newfound wisdom in that moment, is very, very important. Self-confidence, self-love, and renewed sense of purpose. What's your purpose? in this life. When you reflect on your life, what is your purpose? So when you ask yourself, what is your purpose? Then you'll be able to challenge any limiting beliefs and any assumptions that have been planted in your heart. And also you'll be able to identify any challenges that come your way. You'll be able to cultivate a mindset of openness and curiosity to explore new relationship possibilities. But some people, they talk themselves out of a relationship. So you don't need to talk yourself out of a relationship. You can just practice compassion, self-compassion, and self-forgiveness. Forgiving yourself. It means, Nomsa, I forgive myself. There are times where sometimes I go through pain. Sometimes I let myself know that, Nomsa, I love you. I forgive you. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for every pain that I've gone through in life. And I accept myself for who I am as a person, unapologetic. Whatever the path, whatever where God is taking you have to embrace every moment. For me, I say when I'm still breathing, I have this gratitude to God. God, I'm so grateful. No matter what pain I go through, when somebody says, Nomsa, how you doing? For me, I just glorify. I'm doing well. How about you? That's what I do. I'm doing well. I'm not hiding my feelings because I know that when I'm going through that pain, I'm never alone. God is always with me. So I don't need to hide the pain and I don't need to glorify the pain. I just need to have joy in my life, unapologetic, and my body responds to my happiness. Where even if there is nothing to celebrate, but my body will celebrate with my feelings, my well-being. So you can live that life where you actually live your life loving yourself. No matter what pain is, some people might say, Nomsa, you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what I've been through. Or you don't know what my past relationship has put me through. You are right, I don't know. I really, really don't know. And I will not compare my story with your story because I understand that your story is unique. I understand that your pain is unique. So I'm not going to compare my pain with your pain. All I know is your pain is unique and you actually can climb that mountain and go to the other side and be okay. That's what I understand and that's what I believe, that you'll be okay, no matter what pain. When we go through this pain, sometimes it could be the pain of abuse. When we go through those pain, as long you don't give up. If you don't give up, then you know that you pull through. Self-compassion and learning to forgive yourself for the choices that you've made, and also learning to understand the emotional toll that carrying regret in our lives, what it can do to us, and also understanding the importance of addressing the regret to promote our emotionally healing growth. So it's very, very important to actually understand what does it mean to cultivate self-compassion as a tool for healing. What does it mean? And self-acceptance. We have to accept who we are as a person, not blaming ourselves. We have to learn to be kind to ourselves. You have to learn to release the burden of guilt and shame. For me, as a child that believes in God, I say to God, take my shame, wipe away my shame away. If there is something that I'm feeling, I just say, wipe away my shame and my guilt. Wipe away all my tears. So I don't know, when you have problems, who do you tend to? I don't know. But there's one thing that I don't like is I don't like I can confide in somebody, but when I confide in somebody, I want that person to listen. What I don't like is the story, the problem to go over and over and over. Once I talk about it, it means I need to go. When you see me not talking about something, or if I'm not, actually, there are times where sometimes, like I lost my granddad 2 days ago. And sometimes I don't want to talk about my granddad. It doesn't mean that I don't care. It means I just want to embrace my moment with my granddad. So all those things is the things that sometimes that is the things that sometimes we have to experience in life. We have to experience when we go through the healing. We have to understand that we are all different, and we have to understand letting go of guilty and letting go of shame and embracing a fresh perspective of life or on a relationship. It doesn't mean that we are saying the person that has hurt us, they are okay for doing what they did, or it does not mean that we are actually telling them that they can do it again to other people. It just means that you as a person, you have decided to let it go and forgive. You've decided to embrace and make better choices with the information we have at the time. Acknowledge that we made the best choices. And when you acknowledge that, you know what, I've made the best choices in life. And the information that you had at that time, recognize growth and self-awareness, can lead to new perspective in the new relationship. Embrace the opportunities of learning from your past. It's very, very important. Embrace the opportunity of learning from the past mistakes. That is very, very important. Shift your perspective on relationship. What do you think a relationship? What are your beliefs about a relationship? Maybe just shift all those things around so you can have a happy life. What lessons? Cultivate gratitude. What lessons have you learned from that past? And embrace self-reflection is very, very important. Encourage ongoing self-reflection as means of personal growth. Celebrating progress, embracing the journey of self-discovery. Discover yourself more, embrace it, trust, and build a healthy boundaries through life, through that relationship. And also trust in your decisions. Some people, they don't trust themselves. They feel that the trust is broken. And when you feel that your trust is broken, it affects your self-esteem and confidence. So work on your confidence. It's very, very important to actually rewrite your story. When you go through pain, and when you feel that, you know what, I have regrets about this relationship, the choices that I have made, I have regrets about a relationship. So, of course, acknowledge it, thank that story, and rewrite it. So if I was to give you a pen and paper right now and ask you to write that story, that pain you've gone through, those choices that you believe are mistakes, if I was to say rewrite it in your own voice, what would you write on paper, or maybe type on the computer? What would you type? If, let's say, now here's a new voice, what would you type? So those are the things that you need to think about instead of having regrets. If Nomsa was to give me a voice now, based on my past relationship, what would I do differently? What voice would I have to actually make choices in this past relationship that I regret? You don't have to blame anyone, and you don't have to blame yourself. Blaming is the thief of joy. Comparing your life with other people is the thief of joy. But acknowledging that, you know what, pain, I'm so glad and I'm so grateful that I had to go through that. The fact that I came out alive, it means my purpose just began. It means I need to write, I need to find a pen, I need to rewrite my past. I need to rewrite my story. I need to tell my story how I want. If you've gone through the abuse, not how the person who abused you want you to tell the story. If you have gone through emotional abuse, right, they get a pen or maybe get to the computer, the keyboard, type the voice you want to hear in your head, not the voice of the person that is made you go through pain, not the voice of people that have rejected you in the past relationship, not the voice that people made you feel that you are not enough while you are enough. So write the story, rewrite it. How would you rewrite it? Would you regret, like if you are somebody, if your parents, like you were born from the two parents, and let's say you make it to the age where you have to choose who you want to date, and then you choose the wrong person, and then you come out of that relationship alive, because I can tell you some people don't come alive. I've met, I have this girl from the choir. She used to go to, I don't know, this place where they give shelter for men who come out of the abuse, because not the abuse, divorce. Because normally what she was saying is when a man when a man is divorcing, a man has to walk out from the relationship, the house. And then when they walk out from the house, then the woman then has to look after the kids. The man now can't afford his own home. So when a man can't afford his own home, then they have to go to these shelters. I don't know what they call this. Some of them, they do have that, but it's the depression that they have to go through it. And then after the depression is the regrets. Obviously, somebody will start regretting, people start regretting entering that relationship, those kind of relationship, they start regretting. For me, I would say, if you come out alive in that relationship, embrace that you're breathing, embrace that you have this second chance of having to rewrite your own story, having to live the life that you want, how you want to live in your life. And I think that's very, very important. And also in that process, identifying boundaries, communicating boundaries effectively, I think is very, very important. Learning to prioritize your well-being and honoring your own needs, I think is very, very important as a person to honor your needs. Embracing your true authenticity is very, very important. I'm a big fan of authenticity. And I believe that when you build your true authenticity, when it comes to when you embrace your authenticity and living the life that you want, create a fulfilling relationship and connect by living a life that you want, by choosing to attract the people that you want in your life, nurturing relationships that align with your true authenticity self. And I think to me that is very, very important. And also at the same time, building a genuine, when you learn to build a genuine relationship throughout that relationship, I think is very, very important. And be willing to be vulnerable and express your authentic thoughts and emotions. And when you are in a place where you feel that I cannot express myself and I cannot be genuine, I cannot build this, I cannot like build self-love, I cannot if you feel that whatever the foundation where you are, it feels unhealthy, then that means it's not the right place to be. So it's very, 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 very important to actually learn to actually work on your confidence, so you can actually identify and attract relationship that align with your authentic self, and identify the attraction in a relationship that can align with your values and aspiration. I think that is very, very important. And also communicating, and communicating, it requires you to actually have the courage, or be authentic and have the courage to actually be the person that you are created to be while you are on earth. So the journey of self-discovery and growth is very, very, it's a journey that can take time. Embracing that journey in personal growth, it requires you to actually understand your newfound wisdom and make empowering relationship choices. It means that when you make choices, you make choices with confidence, and you understand your purpose, and you love yourself, unapologetic. Every decision that you make in life, you make it based on what you desire in life. What do you want? What is it? What is the right relationship? So you have to ask yourself those questions. What is a relationship? What is love? Is love pain? If you somebody who is dating somebody who is putting you through pain, is this love that I have to, why do I have to feel pain? So that is very, very important to actually, when you are going through relationship, and also to, if you go through all those things, they will help you to discover your true authenticity and discover your, and it will help you to build a good foundation in your life. So guys, if you what do I need to give you as a takeaway today for this talk? So the journey of discovery, self-discovery, is a long journey, and the growth is amazing. It's a lifelong adventure that has the power to transform a relationship, and it has the power to transform our lives. By embracing this journey, you can actually gain a valuable insight and unlock your true potential. Make empowering choices in your relationship as you move forward with confidence, with courage, self-love, renewing that self-purpose, that sense of purpose. in creating the life, the authentic life that you always desires, so you can fulfill, your life can be fulfilled. So going through this journey, guys, it's not something that happens overnight. It requires patience and it requires dedication. The reward of personal growth and meaningful connection are immeasurable. Embrace the journey and watch as your relationship and self-worth flourish. Don't compare your pen with somebody else. Write your own story. Embrace the person you become in that process of healing. Live with grace, and God bless. If you're watching on Twitter, please, or YouTube, Facebook, please subscribe to our channel. God bless, and I'll see you on the other side.